My video for August 29th, 2019, video number 3162, is entitled Searching for Remedies in an Unjust System. I have a friend who sends me things every day, remedies for the crimes committed against humanity all the time and virtually everywhere. I have several unrebutted affidavits and even a writ of mandamus. These were steps I was taking when the banker and his wife were trying to steal my home using the legal system. Sadly, I realized there are no remedies that work all the time for anyone. It doesn't matter how much you study trying to find solutions that work. We are dealing with demonic criminals. I've been getting reports for years from various friends. Many have been convinced they found the silver bullet, the magic formula. While I can applaud the tenacity of those who keep trying, I have reached the conclusion that it will take a miracle to extricate humanity from the diabolical clutches of our alleged leaders in all fields that are supposed to make a difference. I'm not sure I can say anything that offers real hope of actual change. The world as we know it is complex and corrupt. Is death the only way out? Sad, if true. Many of my friends over the years have already gone that final route. They died. They're no longer physically on this planet. Thankfully, I'm still reasonably healthy. I have my issues. I have arthritis and I have numbness in my feet still, as I've said. And occasionally I do get pains in my chest and actually other parts of my body sometimes too, but mostly I am reasonably healthy. I mean, I am not one that complains all the time about the state of my health, because it's more good than bad as I see it. It's not perfect, but then again, what is perfection? I have so many questions. And I have this friend who sent me this video about the writ of mandamus and sends me things all the time about remedies that she has found using the UCC codes. Well, I still sign my checks by Ron Van Dyke, comma, UCC 1-308. Well, UCC 1-308 was one of the UCC, Uniform Commercial Codes, that provided a remedy. Well, that one replaced a previous code. I don't remember what it was. And now I'm told that the UCC 1-308 is no longer the right code either. Now there's a new UCC code because the codes keep changing. Every time someone finds an apparent remedy, they close that remedy down so that it doesn't work anymore. And they supposedly have to always provide a legal loophole, or, as I said, a remedy. They're supposed to provide that. Do they always provide it? They being those that sit at the top of the legal system, which is controlled, of course, by the monetary system, and politics are just the dramatic roles that they use to convince us that we have a say, when in fact we, the people, have no actual say. We have no escape from the dilemma of the crimes that have been long committed against not just human beings, but all life on the planet is distorted. Our food is poisoned. Animals are dying. People and animals are being used for experiments, and oftentimes against the will. Babies are being stolen and cannibalized, yes, because many of our leaders are cannibals, not just pedophiles, but cannibals. And they eat human beings. Even, I mean, animals might eat another animal that dies, I don't know. I'm thinking that that's probably the case for the carnivorous ones. And many animals are omnivorous, which means they eat anything. And I think we are omnivores. We are not vegetarians or vegans. That's, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, only when you try to make everybody else to be the same thing. That's the problem. And that's a defect in humanity. It's an ego defect that sets in our minds the idea that, oh, this is the key. The earth is flat. So now I'm going to believe the earth is flat because in the Bible it talks about the four corners of the earth. Oh, and nobody sailed off the edge when they sail around the earth, right? They can go around the whole thing because it ain't flat, it's a globe. But lots of things that we've come to realize from the past were wrong. Now there's just a new series of things that are also wrong. And it's all meant to divert our attention from the critical aspects of getting beyond the ego implanted ideas that form our identity, but it's a false identity. Do we really live forever, as some suggest, and all we do is change names and sometimes genders and sometimes forms? But some people look an awful lot like the people that are supposedly a past life. Is it true that David Wilcock was Edgar Casey at one time? I mean, that's an allegation. I don't know what's true. I used to think I had answers. I used to think I could figure things out. I used to think I was smart. I no longer suffer those delusions. I scratch my head in wonderment on how we as human beings can rise above all of the deception, rise above all of the trauma. And yes, we as a race have been traumatized by what seems to be fallen angels or demons. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. What is the correct label? Is there a correct name that you could apply to the evil forces who invert everything? They make live evil, which is just the same word, just backwards. It's the mirror image, and everything is a mirror image of something else. But where's the mirror? Are we the mirrors? I don't know. I don't know. We have lots of questions. I've explored lots of things over the course of my life. I will probably look at other things, and I still listen to videos that people send me. And I still try my best to pay attention somewhat, hoping for solutions. But most every solution I've ever found or thought I had was a disappointment. I've been let down again and again, but I'm not the only one that's been let down. We've all been let down. There are people that don't trust their own gender and their own religions anymore. People that were in the church that have become atheists and say there is no God. I know where they're coming from. I can understand the challenge that it is to, quote, keep the faith when so many things are so plainly corrupted, and there's so much that is simply wrong with the reality we are forced to face as human beings. Thank you for listening, and namaste.